Hi, it's John here from Churches Alive Online. Here I am in Yorkshire on this beautiful autumn day. I'm just going to meet Nick, the local vicar, and have a chat with him about his website. Hi, here I am with Nick.
Hi John.
Hi, tell me something about your church and what you're all about here.
Of course, St David's I think can be described, our purpose can be described in three key words from our mission statement, and they are praise, nurture and serve. So praise, to start with, is all to do with our worship of God. Yes, when we're gathered together in this building or perhaps in other places to worship, and linked to that as well is worship in the whole of our lives, that we are called by God to show our love for him, show our appreciation of him in the way that we live our lives, so when we're gathered and when we're scattered through the week. So that praise encapsulates all of that. Nurture is about people's relationship with Jesus, how we enable people to go deeper with him. So those who've never known him, have no understanding or knowledge of the Christian faith, how we enable people to start that journey. And then for those who've been Christians for a longer period of time, how we enable them, how we nurture them as disciples or apprentices of Jesus. And finally, the third word, serve. Serve is about how God's calling us to make a difference with him and for him in our local community. So that includes some of the community projects that we run and are involved with, but more than that as well, engaging with what God is doing in other parts of the world.
Right, so you work here, but what else does your role involve?
Well, I'm involved in the leadership of two other churches in the area as well. I also am involved in work with Fresh Expressions beyond the local area.
Okay.
So busy, yeah, lots that involves, certainly.
Right, and do you find you're getting more busy as your time goes on, as your job evolves?
Certainly, I think, we really are in an age in the church where we have to be more creative, where we have to find new ways of engaging with what is really a post-Christian culture in which we live. The old ways are not working. We need to find new ways. So it's not just a matter of keeping things going, it's very much a matter of being creative, finding new ways of engaging with people. And yes, that takes time.
And what about the other volunteers and people who are involved in ministry in the church? Do you find it's the same for them?
Absolutely, particularly those that are of working age. We live in a busyness culture, don't we, in many ways. I think a lot of the people who worship here and are part of our church family here have very demanding jobs, and they're not getting any less demanding. Many of them have families, young children, and of course, most of us who've had children know how glorious that is, but how time-consuming it is too. So to ask people in our church family to do more, I think is something that I really don't want to do.
Right, so everyone's busy.
Undoubtedly.
Right,
yeah.
and so what problems does that cause for you as a church in terms of technology and your website and how you sort of use those systems?
Well, I think those things can be quite specialised, and not that many people have the necessary skills to engage with those things. Those that do have those skills don't have the time. They are just too busy to be able to do it. So to actually keep up to what we need to be doing in those areas and with the website and with the whole digital area, we're struggling for people. And we're struggling for time.
Nick, why did you choose Churches Alive Online? Why did you choose this service for your website then?
I think it's a huge bonus for us to be able just to hand over to you everything to do with the design and building of the website. All you required from us was a basic information and a few photographs. And then to be able to trust you to then go away and put together something which was of such high quality was tremendous for us, because it just took the burden from our shoulders. We didn't have to worry about doing anything other than getting the basic information to you. So it took a lot of worry, a lot of work away from us, and within a relatively short space of time, to have that website which reflected the life of our church without a lot of the pain that we had previously gone through trying to do something ourselves.
Okay.
Has made a real difference to us.
Can't you just do it yourself? Can't you just find a bit of time and use a free service? Surely it's worth saving the money.
I've tried things like that before, and I don't think the quality's as good. Personally, I don't have the time to keep going on and make sure everything's up to date, and it's not a good thing, I think, to have a website where things aren't right up to date with what's happening now or about to happen in the near future.
How did you find the process of working with this system, this way of doing things?
It took away a lot of the hard work for us. It just meant we needed to email to you the key information that you need and a few key photographs as well. And we knew then that that would be handed over. Press send on an email, and we knew that it was almost like pressing send was a burden gone from our shoulders, because we knew it would be used in a way. In the way that we wanted it to be used, in a way that we couldn't produce ourselves.
Maintaining the site, how does that work?
Well, it's great to have the flexibility of two different ways of doing that. One is for us just to send an email to you with everything that we want to go on there and updates and new features. And certainly that takes away all the stress and all the pressure from us. But it's good to have the facility as well of being able, perhaps at some point in the future, to have someone in the life of the church who could take on some of that updating. And the fact that Churches Alive provide such good training to enable people to do that is a tremendous bonus. So if we in the future have people who have the time to be able to offer to administer the website in some way, that the training is there, good quality training is there to enable them to do that.
So what about the suitability of the website for your church and how it actually works?
Well, first of all, I think it's designed specifically for churches and for our needs, which perhaps some of the more corporate providers don't do. So, for example, the calendar is set up to be exactly what a church would need to use a calendar for. Things like what we pray for daily, that's on there. So those kind of things, it's bespoke for what a church's needs rather than perhaps a business needs. And another thing I think that's really been very positive about it is how it works on different devices. Many people today will access web pages through their phones or their iPads, tablets, whatever it might be, as well as desktop or laptop computers, and it works equally as well in all of those.
So you haven't had any problems with that?
Not at all. Not at all.
You feel like you have more peace of mind?
Do I feel like I have more peace of mind now? Certainly. I don't have a stress or a pressure worrying about whether the website will be up to date, whether it will be something which will really engage with people, whether it will work on different devices. I know that however and wherever people access our website, it will be a good experience, and it will tell a very positive story about the life of our church.
So, if you think I can help your church too and you'd like to work together, let's talk about that. Book in a call.